We've made some mistakes in our parking lot striping business, but in today's video, I'm going to tell you about the most time-consuming and expensive mistake that we've made yet and the steps that we had to take in order to resolve it and keep our customer happy. Now, in this video, you guys are going to see us doing a $5,000 industrial job, parking lot striping. And if you guys want to learn how we get in front of high-paying customers who are ready to purchase our service, be sure to check out Local Dom 2. It'll be the first link in the comment section and the description. In that course, we go through exactly how to find these customers that have high intent to purchase and are the decision makers for these types of properties. So be sure to check that out if you're interested. Also, if you're currently not offering parking lot striping as a service and you do services for commercial properties, you need to add it on as a service. It does give us the opportunity on every single job that we're on to up our average ticket price $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, depending upon how big the parking lot is. So if you have a pressure washing business like us, you need to consider adding on parking lot striping as a service. And if you guys need help with that, be sure to check out the second link in the comment section description. That is going to be a link to our How to Stripe course that I built with my buddy Chris, where we go over everything you need to know in order to get started with a parking lot striping business. With all that being said, though, let's kind of get into the mistake that we made. So mistakes oftentimes come at two crucial points within the job, right? At the end of the job and whenever you're being lazy on the job. And those two things kind of came together and gave us the recipe for this disaster that we're going to be taking a look at in today's video. It was at the end of the day on this job. We had just done entire parking lots. I'll play some of that footage as well. I'll probably do a whole job recap on that specifically, kind of go over the job and everything that was entailed within it. This is more about the mistake that we made. So after we had done all that, we had like this long stretch, about 100 yards of line that we needed to stripe. We had saved this until the end of the day because there was a bunch of cars parked here and there was no line here previously. Typically, what we would do is we would chalk out a line for where this needs to go, and that way Kale knows exactly where he needs to be striping in order to keep that line straight. I think you guys can kind of see where I'm going with this. End of the day, we were trying to finish up the job. Everything else before this came out great. We got lazy, and Kale said, you know what? I think I could just stripe a straight line here. 100 yards of line. We've been doing this for a good amount of time. We've done a lot of parking lots, so you'd think maybe we could just do it this way. Unfortunately, it didn't really work out well. I'm going to pop up a screenshot on the screen so you guys can see this. The line came out super crooked, and as a result, we then had a decision to make. We could either leave the line like this and have a bad name for our company and possibly risk never doing work for this industrial facility ever again, or we could go ahead and remove the line and try it again. So unfortunately, that's something that we had to do. Now, as you guys know, if you pressure wash, you can't stripe right after because everything's wet. You don't want to spray paint where it's wet. So it also cost us another day of waiting for it to dry. So unfortunately, this mistake cost us time, energy, effort, money, because time is money and we could have been working on other projects. And so moral of the story is always chalk your lines, especially if it's a long stretch of line and there's not anything laid down already. But secondly, don't get lazy. Don't try to be like, hey, it's the end of the job. We're just going to try to, get out of here as quickly as we can, because those things ultimately lead to mistakes. So in order to remedy this mistake, we did use a go-to chemical for taking up paint, and that was Graffiti Defeaty from Southeast Soft Wash. If you guys are interested in that, I'll leave a link down in the comment section description. And it worked great. We put the Graffiti Defeaty down, then we pressure washed up the line. Like I said, we had to wait a while for everything to dry in order for us to go back out there, chalk the line, and then restripe it. But ultimately, everything came out great. Customer was pleased with the end outcome. It just ended up taking us a lot longer just because of a couple different crucial mistakes. So if you guys ever get into an instance where you paint something that needs to be taken up, I would highly recommend Graffiti Defeaty. Helped us out in this particular situation. And I would highly recommend always doing the best you can, because your company's name is going to be on all the work that you do. And at the end of the day, the biggest moneymaker for you is going to be your reputation and people referring you out to do other work, or companies having you back out to do repeat work for them. So we need to make sure that we're taking care of our reputation whenever we get the chance. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. If you guys ever come into a situation like this, take the extra time. I know it sucks. I know you want to get done with the job, get paid, and everything else, but take the extra time, do the extra work, and provide a good service for your customer. If you guys made this far in the video, comment down below Defeaty, and I will hashtag you a real one. My name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed. And until next time, hustle hard, get that money, baby. Peace.